What's going on, y'all? It is Saturday, October 17th, and you are listening to your favorite Cuban hippie, Jonathan, on Culture and Coladas. What's up, everybody? Bah, 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 bah. We're out here. Bro, today looks beautiful, I must say. Today looks great. It looks like the kind of day that you could just go out and enjoy. Honestly, just get some fresh air. We've been in quarantine for a little bit. You wear your mask. Today's the kind of day that you sit outside if you can. You put a chair on a balcony. You just walk out. You walk, and you enjoy the scenery. You enjoy the beautiful, the just the history behind where you're living at right now. All right. Yesterday, on the other hand, was fucking horrendous. It was raining all day. I didn't want to get up from bed in the morning, which sucked because I had to go to work. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people shared the same thing with me. But it was raining all fucking day. It started with the thundering in the morning, which was crazy. That was ridiculous. Haven't heard that much thunder in a very long time. But it's a new day. It's a new day. It's Saturday, and that's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here, because this is the day that I live for, which is crazy, because I think my boy George told me that it was supposed to rain just as hard. So the fact that I woke up today to like a sun, some clouds, and just a great atmosphere outside. I mean, I this is the kind of days that makes me appreciate Miami. This is the kind of day that I would use to probably, I don't know. I'd walk, run, go bike, walk your favorite park. I mean, things are opening back up, so that's always good to see. But yeah, I think I would go out and I'd go to my favorite bakery, go to Latin America, get myself a little cafecito, maybe smoke a chévere, just enjoy the Cuban culture, you feel me? So, if you guys had to pick your favorite bakery, right? Like, what's your favorite bakery treat? Like, mine's obvious. I'd have to say it's croquetas. But at the same time, I love a good pastelito de queso. And I wanted to ask you guys this question. I wanted to get the audience a little bit more involved with the show because, I want this to be an us thing, not just a me thing. I want it to be an us thing. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. And I wanted to ask the audience, what is your favorite treat? Your favorite bakery treat, and where do you go to get it? So mine's, I think there's a lot of people that probably think the same way, but I mean, I personally have to go with an Isla Canaria croqueta. Preferably I like them from the one on Corway and 137. It's probably the best one that I've ever had. But I think in terms of sweets, damn, that's a really hard question. I honestly, I can just that like I said, I think it's that pastelito de queso, man. That pastelito de queso just does it for me, and it's just such a. They got to be crunchy. They have to be crunchy with a little bit of like that sugar on top, and oh man, I think I just actually might go get some. But anyway, I'm here. I'm here. I'm podcasting. This is for us. This is why we're here, guys. All right. So a couple of other things I wanted to really talk about, get off my chest a little bit because this was pretty funny. This next one, strip club proposal. So, so if you guys haven't seen it, if you guys haven't seen it, Miami has a very rich culture, and I think strip clubs particularly play onto that. And it's funny to me because never in a million years would I ever think to myself that I'd see somebody propose to somebody else at a strip club, let alone the guy proposed to his stripper girlfriend. And that's just fucking like how Miami is that? Like how fucking Miami is that? Where you have, the epitome of what nightlife is like. For people that don't live in Miami, for people that aren't aware of, Miami, maybe Tampa does because from what I've heard, I've never been to Tampa, but from what I've heard, Tampa is the strip club capital of the states. And I didn't know that. I did not know that until recently when I obviously started going to strip clubs when I was of age. And I think that I think a lot of people, at least in these two cities, can relate because I work in Doral, and it's insane to me that just passing BTs in Doral, like at 7 in the morning, pre-COVID, I must say, the fact that you had people coming out of the strip clubs at 7:30 in the morning when I'm going into work, I mean, that is just not a place that I would ever think to do a proposal at. And hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But it does. I don't think it gets more Miami than that in terms of proposals. Like, I think out of all the proposals that we have, like you could see, where people go to restaurants, like people, if it were me, I'd put like a ring in a cafecito cup, just to be, myself. But I think that it doesn't get more Miami than what I'm talking about. Getting proposed to your girlfriend who works there. Well, I mean, I guess no. I mean, I'm gonna have to take that back because I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that go to their girlfriend's jobs just to propose to them. I'm sure that's a thing, right? But yeah, no, I think that I gotta take that back. Never mind. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for those two. What's gonna happen with Halloween? What's what's the play for Halloween? I said I wanted to make this an us thing. What's the play for Halloween? What are we gonna do? What's going on? Because, you know, I want to do something. But I think that this time around, we kind of gotta look at the situation, evaluate our surroundings, and ask ourselves, do I want to be put in that position? Now, I don't think that the coronavirus is as scary as I thought it was, but I do understand that, again, we've talked about this last episode, where I have my reality and everybody else has their reality. So I'm only making my decisions based off of what I have to deal with here at home and at work and all that. But I think for everybody, I think it's safe to say that we gotta be better at not being so safe about this. You know, I think that we gotta continue to wear our masks. Have that hand sanitizer on deck. If you're gonna be going to Wynwood, I mean, hell, I do it. Fuck it, have fun, but try to limit. I'd say the bar hopping, because I think that's probably an area of concern where we got to be careful with. But yeah, I mean, if you can, I know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be at a friend's house, probably not more than like 15 people. So, and we're all kind of we all have come to this understanding where we have to be safe, not just for our families, but for one another whenever we do decide to do these things. And because bro, I mean, come on, let's be real here. All right, it's Halloween. We got to get fucked up. We got to get fucked up. Like it's gotta happen, bro. It's gotta happen. We have to. There has to be some drinking involved. And and I think with that said, it's weird. It's weird what's going on now when it comes to these times, because I don't know why I feel like, is it just me, or has Miami become kind of a more dangerous place? Like, are we just hearing now more about crime locally? Like, okay, I live in West Kendall. Okay, I live in West Kendall, and I follow Instagram pages in Miami, only in Dade, only in Kendall. And I saw yesterday, only in Kendall was posting all day about people that the tires to their cars were being stolen right off the parking lot. And it's weird to me because I've never really seen that until now. And maybe it's just social media, like maybe it's just like where we're at with social media, where it's being used like this. But even on the news, you don't really get a lot of news like this, and it's dangerous. A couple of weeks ago, somebody was robbed in front of their house for a Rolex. I think a couple weeks before that, somebody was shot right here on 157 and Bird. It does really feel like it's getting more dangerous. Somebody posted a video the other day of Miami, something that happened in Miami Lakes, where it was a shootout, and luckily the people of the house were strapped, and it does seem like it's getting more dangerous. And I don't know how to feel about that because maybe it's just never been like that in this part of town, but I know there's places that are way worse, but I don't think that it's ever been that big of a deal here, and it's kind of it's frustrating. I guess it is a little bit frustrating. So I've been seeing a lot of things on the TL lately. A lot of things on the TL concerning a little bit. Not gonna lie. I don't want James Harden to come to Miami. I'd probably rather prefer Giannis, but I think that if I'm Pat Riley and the offer comes up where I have to trade D Rob, I have to trade Tyler Hero, and I have to trade a couple first round picks and maybe Kendrick Nunn, right? If the conversation comes up, I think I do have to take James Harden. I don't think Tyler Hero's ceiling will ever be as good as where James Harden's ceiling is now and where he is and where he can be with the Heat. Because what do we stress so much about the Heat? What do we stress so much about the Heat? We stress the culture. The weight regimen, the weight loss regimen, or the workout regimen, whatever, the practice. We talk, the acceptance of roles, because I think that if you put James Harden in a Miami Heat uniform, I think that I, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be one of the best teams that we'll see in this decade. And I say that because James Harden reached the Western Conference Finals, didn't win, but come on. I mean, he was facing the Golden State Warriors at the time, which were one of the best team in basketball, I'd say, of the 2010s. And you get that. So I understand that he might not come up big in certain situations and where his team actually needs him. But if you're talking about a team that has Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, where he's probably going to be, like the second best player on that team, I think, behind Adebayo. I mean, you got to make that. I don't think that Tyler Hero ever becomes the second best player on any team, unless he's, on a shitty team. And that's just my opinion. I don't think Tyler Hero becomes. I don't think Tyler Hero ever gets to a James Harden-esque level. Now, for Giannis, I actually like Giannis just because does. Giannis can easily make us the best defensive team of all time. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think Giannis, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Duncan Robinson not being on the court, I think that's the best defensive team I've ever heard of in my life. And we'll see. This offseason is going to be interesting. I do know that there is a lot of rumors going around about Giannis to Golden State, and now is when teams are going to be making their, you're going to be seeing these reports come out of, oh, team A is interested in player X. They're interested in going all in on player X, and it's like, cool. But I must say there is one particular player and team news that intrigues me, which is obviously the Miami Heat and Oladipo relationship. Now, I like this relationship because Oladipo, or as I like to call him, Oyepipo, that guy is a that guy is a baller. That guy's a dog, and I understand he went through his injuries, but that guy's good, man. That guy's good, and he's probably going to be the third best player on the team behind Jimmy. But that is an excellent, excellent, excellent pickup for a team that needs a go-to scorer at the two, at the guard. Jimmy's great, and you obviously saw his greatness when he came to play on Game 3 and Game 5, sorry. But he couldn't do that every game out. He couldn't do that every game out, and I think that you need that. I think that you need a scorer that can come in and help out and relieve Jimmy Butler of those duties, because I love Jimmy to death, but he can't do that every game out. You saw how he walked off after the second triple double, and you saw how he walked off the stage on that second triple double, and it was painful to watch. And I don't get me wrong, there was nothing that was taking that away from him. I thought that he was obviously the best player on the court in both of those games. But he couldn't do that every game out, and you can't do that every game out. So you need somebody there. And Oladipo is a great scorer. He's athletic. He trains down here in Miami with D-Xander training. And the guy's a dog. Oladipo is a dog. If Oladipo comes down here, I'm buying a jersey. I'll buy 2 jerseys. I'll buy an Oladipo jersey and a Jimmy Butler jersey. Damn it, should I make a Bam Adebayo? To expand my palate a little bit. And I've always gone to Flanagan's for the wings and the ribs, but I decided, you know what? This place is a fish place. I gotta try this shit out. So I go in there, I get the firecracker shrimp, I get my little Oktoberfest, and let me just tell you something. I don't think there's a better place in Miami than Flanagan's. I'm going there tonight. Because Flanagan's is for the fucking culture. And I don't want anybody to fight me on this, to fart me on this. I don't want anybody to fight me on this. But Flanagan's is the greatest sports bar, fish restaurant, whatever you want to call it. It is a staple of South Florida. That's my restaurant of the day. All right, my restaurant of the day is Flanagan's. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Jonathan. I'm your favorite Cuban hippie, and I really appreciate you guys listening to Culture and Coladas. I hope everybody has a great Saturday, and we will speak more next week.